Hi, I'm Shannon Perry, and today I'm going to do a persuasive essay on why we should change minimum wage or get rid of it completely. Take a minute to think about your daily expenses and the money you need just to be able to get through your everyday life. Currently, at only $7.25 per hour as the federal minimum wage line, the most someone can make throughout a whole year working around 40 hours per week, which is a normal work week, will only get about $15K per year. That doesn't make much room for spending money when you consider the expenses of the average American, especially for someone who is raising a family. People everywhere are struggling to get jobs, and when they do get jobs, they struggle to make ends meet with that low of an income. There's not many jobs out there for them to get, so sometimes their minimum wage job is all they can get, but it still doesn't cut it. These people are all around us, our neighbors, friends, family members. It's not too hard to find someone who's working a lot of hours at a minimum wage job as their main source of income. They might even be working more than one. Because they get paid so little, they need to increase their hours and often working overtime. Because of this, it causes them to spend less time with their family and missing out on fun, precious time that they will never get back. I believe that if the minimum wage was increased, it would lead to those who work minimum wage jobs to have more money to then put into the economy, which makes the country run more efficiently. Today I would like to persuade whoever I need to raise the minimum wage or have no minimum wage at all. It will also help the overall financial aspect of America, and we will all notice the difference, even if you're not making minimum wage. A couple states have already changed the minimum wage. As you can see, the light blue shows what states are still $7.25 as minimum wage. Some states, such as California, have raised theirs to $10.50. Washington's even at $11. So I'm not sure why everyone else can't get on board. Many Americans have minimum wage jobs as their main source of income, meaning they don't accumulate too much money in comparison to everyone else. Raising minimum wage will put more money into the hands of people who will spend it. It will raise demand and create more jobs and lower employment while also increase tax revenues. It will also put money in your pocket. How do you like the sound of that? Not only will raising the minimum wage help our economy, it will also help our society as well, seeing as it could create more jobs and lead to a lot of people in America to be more financially stable. If this is not carried out, we as America could face a financial downfall. I've worked in retail for a few years now, so I know how a couple dollars can go a long way and how you could be working paycheck to paycheck. About 26% of the American workforce accounts for those who make less than $15 per hour. Here it shows a pie chart. This shows how many people make minimum wage in America. That's over half. This in yellow shows no job at all, and this shows more than minimum wage. You can see how many people are making minimum wage, and that's sad. That is more than 1/4 of the workers in the country who work meaningful hours that keep top-notch corporations and businesses running, yet see very little to no profits made. Take that into account with the state and federal taxes that they have to pay, and you can see how it might be difficult to live a sustainable, modest life with these earnings. After all that, they probably don't have any money to spend on something fun or their own spending money. Now that you know about who would benefit from this directly, let's see how this can actually work. Raising the minimum wage doesn't have to be done overnight. Studies suggest that by gradually increasing minimum wage over the next 5 years to the point where you can get $15 per hour will perfectly amount for inflation over that period as well. It will give companies an easier time adjusting to the new wages, and it will help economy grow steadily over time. Raising the minimum wage doesn't have to be done. A few ways that increasing minimum wage would be beneficial for our economy include more money for the minimum wage workers, means more money being put back into the economy. This will also result in higher tax revenues and create more jobs, seeing as companies will be accumulating more money than before. This will also make for a happier and healthier society. I hope these points made it easier to understand how a higher minimum wage will positively impact our economy. Positive cash flow is what makes people money and what keeps the economy fresh and productive. In the United States of America, the minimum wage is at $7.25, which would account for roughly $15,000 per year on a normal 40-hour per week basis. That, in today's economy, is definitely not enough to be able to stay in your life. By giving workers at minimum $15 per hour, they can in turn use that money to not only pay their monthly bills as for their needs, but it gives them extra money that will be inadvertently be put back into the economy. Why America needs a $15 wage. Economy Policy Institute questions a $15 minimum wage by 2024 would generate $120 billion in higher wages for workers and would also benefit their communities, because lower paid workers spend much of their extra earnings. This injection of wages will help stimulate the economy and spur greater business activity and growth, job growth. Of course, none of this is possible without the support of the people of America. Although it may not seem like it will affect everyone directly, it certainly will. We as a society need to do what's best for each other if we want to survive and thrive in the world, and raising the minimum wage will put money in all of our pockets, not just theirs. The best way to take action is to vote for those who are support of this in hopes to create a higher minimum wage. In conclusion, the minimum wage should be increased. It will help heighten the economy as well as the workforce of America. With the increase in pay for these workers, we will see more money being put into the economy. Without the increase in pay, a sustainable life isn't conceivable on a minimum wage basis. The minimum wage workers amount for nearly 26% of our economy, so it's only right for us to treat them fair. This not only will make them happier, but make the country run smoother as well, even if you're not affected directly. Thank you.